President Nick Lowe, the commencement is assembled.
Thank you, Dr. Corey. The fall 2017 commencement exercises were convened by Dr. Christy Corey, Associate Professor of Management and Marketing and President of our Faculty Senate. The music before and during the procession was played by the University of New Orleans Faculty Brass Quintet. Good afternoon. My name is John Nicklow, and I am very proud to serve as the President of the University of New Orleans. And I'm very pleased to be with you today to celebrate our graduates and their loved ones. Please rise and join us in singing the national anthem by Melissa Darcell Lewis, a Master of Music student, accompanied by the University of New Orleans Faculty Brass Quintet. Thank you, Melissa. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the platform guests for today's ceremony. Please stand briefly and be recognized as I call your name. Miss Melissa Darcell Lewis, Master of Music student. Dr. Christy Corey, President of the Faculty Senate. Dr. Brett Kemker, Dean of Students. Dr. Caroline Noyce, Associate Provost for Academic Programs. Dr. Greg Lassen, Vice President for Business Affairs. Dr. Matt Tarr, Vice President for Research and Economic Development. Dr. John Williams, Dean of the College of Business. Dr. Amir Makari, Dean of the College of Engineering. Mr. Nigel Watkins, Student Government President. Mr. Tom Kitchen, member of the University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors. Miss Joan Higginbotham, honorary degree recipient and your commencement speaker. Dr. Mahiyar Amuzagar, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. Mr. Glenn Scorsoni, President of the University of New Orleans International Alumni Association. Dr. Kim Martin Long, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Education, and Human Development. And Dr. Steve Johnson, Dean of the College of Science. Thank you. I also want to recognize the President of our Staff Council, Ms. Leanne Sipe, seated to my left. Would you please stand? Candidates for degrees, faculty and staff of the University of New Orleans, parents, and friends, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Fall 2017 University of New Orleans Commencement Ceremony. We are delighted you're here this afternoon, sharing this highlight in the lives of our students, their families, and friends. I also want to welcome those who are with us this afternoon by way of live streaming. I'm happy that all of you could be a part of today's celebration. Candidates for degrees, the University of New Orleans is as proud of you today as your parents and friends. Today's program marks the end of long years of rigorous academic training and the beginning of a transition to a different chapter in your lives. And I want you to think for a moment how different you are today than when you first arrived at the University of New Orleans. You've grown. You've grown in so many ways that through your determination to work hard and to achieve your degree. And you now understand what I mean when I say education is transformational. And I'm sure you faced obstacles along the way, but with the help of your family, your friends, and supporters, you've succeeded. And you are indeed prepared for whatever comes next. You've accepted the challenge, and the future truly is yours. Congratulations. At this point, I want to recognize those people in your lives that have helped make this day possible. So I ask that all the parents and the guardians of our graduates please stand and remain standing. I'd also like to ask that all the grandparents, spouses, partners, siblings, children, and other relatives and friends please stand. Thank you. Please be seated. To all of our audience, today's event signifies the culmination of many years of your hard work, sacrifice, and even self-denial, so that these graduates could be provided with the best education possible. Kindly accept my humble congratulations. And now I'd like to ask my colleagues in the faculty, as well as our staff who may be present, to please stand. You, too, have played an essential role in the lives of these graduates. You've inspired, challenged, and supported our talented students, and this day could simply not occur without each and every one of you. I'm confident that you've been able to spark in the members of the class of 2017 a lifelong love of learning. Thank you. Thank you for your tireless commitment to our students and the University of New Orleans each and every day. Thank you. And there are some special groups of graduates who I'd like to recognize. First, I'd like to draw your attention to the special cords that some of our graduates are wearing. Our veterans are wearing red, white, and blue cords. Would all of our graduates who are military veterans please stand? Thank you for your service. Students graduating with GPA honors, students with departmental honors, and students with university honors are wearing blue and silver cords. Would all of our students graduating with honors please stand? Thank you. Would all of our students graduating with a perfect 4.0 grade point average please stand? Thank you. And our student athletes are wearing navy and white cords. Would all of our student athletes please stand? Thank you. Every one of our graduates has a unique and valuable story. And I'd like to single out just a couple of students whose stories exemplify what the University of New Orleans has to offer. This summer, Diane LaJoy graduated with a degree in interdisciplinary studies. And today she is attending this ceremony with her daughter, Jenna Mae Fricke, who is graduating with a bachelor's degree in anthropology. Diane and Jenna Mae, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Tom Harrington is our very own Chief of Police here at the university. Our top cop simply does not know how to stop learning, and that's quite fine with us. He is today receiving his doctorate degree in urban studies. Tom, would you please stand? Thank you, Chief. Treva Brown won the prestigious Winifred Burks Houck Graduate Leadership Award from the National Organization for the Professional Advancement of Black Chemists and Chemical Engineers. Today, she is graduating with a doctorate in chemistry and has a job already lined up with NASA at the Stennis Space Center. Treva, will you please stand? And Dennis Milliner earned a bachelor's degree in political science from the University of New Orleans in 1971. Today, the Navy veteran will receive his third UNO degree, a bachelor's degree in music studies, 46 years and 7 months after he got his first UNO degree. Dennis, will you please stand? The wonderful thing is, those are just a few stories. I could tell many, many more about our outstanding graduates. It is my pleasure this afternoon to recognize a very special person with the awarding of an honorary doctorate degree by the University of New Orleans. Honorary degrees are academic degrees that honor highly distinguished contributions to a specific field. I am very pleased to award a Doctorate of Humane Letters, honoris causa, to Miss Joan Higginbotham. Miss Higginbotham is a former NASA astronaut. She was a member of the Space Shuttle Discovery mission to the International Space Station in 2006. Her primary task was to operate the Space Station Remote Manipulator System. Miss Higginbotham has received numerous awards and honors, including the NASA Exceptional Service Medal, Commendation of Merit for Service to the Department of Defense Missions, the League of Black Women Black Rose Award, and the Women of Color in Technology Career Achievement Award. She is one of only 3 African American women to travel into space. Miss Higginbotham began her career in 1987 at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida, as a payload electrical engineer. She was promoted several times, eventually becoming the lead orbiter project engineer for the Space Shuttle Columbia. She actively participated in 53 Space Shuttle launches during her 9-year tenure at the Kennedy Space Center. Ms. Higginbotham was selected as an astronaut candidate by NASA in 1996. She worked in a variety of capacities at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, and in December 2006, she and 6 fellow crew members continued construction on the International Space Station during a 12-day mission aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery. Discovery also delivered a new crew member and more than 2 tons of equipment and supplies to the station. In 2007, Ms. Higginbotham retired from NASA to pursue a career in the private sector. She is currently the Director of Corporate Social Responsibility at UTC Aerospace Systems in Charlotte, North Carolina. and she has previously held executive positions with Lowe's and with Marathon Oil. A native of Chicago, Ms. Higginbotham has a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, a master's degree in management, and a master's degree in space systems. Ms. Higginbotham's distinguished career as an engineer and an astronaut, her demonstrated record of leadership and achievement, and her passionate advocacy for women and underrepresented groups in STEM education warrant the granting of an honorary doctorate of humane letters. Ms. Higginbotham, would you please come forward? With the approval of the University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors and the authority vested in me, it is my privilege to award you an honorary doctorate of humane letters. Provost Mahir Amuzagar, assisted by Dr. Kim Martin Long, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Education, will hood Ms. Higginbotham. Before we hear from Dr. Higginbotham, please enjoy this video. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Joan Higginbotham to provide your Class of 2017 commencement address.
Thank you so very much. To President Nick Lau, board members, faculty, distinguished guests, UNO graduates, family and friends, thank you so much for having me here today. Everyone has been so warm and welcoming, so thank you so very much. Let me first address the families of our graduates, particularly the moms and dads and the guardians. You must be so very proud of your graduates, rightfully so. And you're probably even prouder that your graduates are going to be getting off of your payroll and onto someone else's payroll relatively soon. I know I have a princess that's a junior in college, so I'm looking forward to a huge pay raise in about a year and a half. Now to the UNO grads, my very heartfelt congratulations to you all. This is a great milestone, one of many in your lives. So I stand here today and I celebrate with you as you walk across the stage and graduate, join the working world, and pay taxes like the rest of us. Welcome to the real world. So in the short time that we have this morning or this afternoon, I want to talk to you about Finding Your It. And you're probably thinking, finding my what? Well, finding your it. So it may surprise you to know that my it was not to be an astronaut. My it, I thought, was to be an electrical engineer. And I can't tell you how badly I used to feel when my colleagues could tell me where they were at the precise moment man set foot on the moon and what a profound effect it had on their lives. While at that historic moment, I couldn't tell you where I was, and it had zero effect on my life. And yes, I was alive back in the dark ages. So I suppose my desire to be an engineer happened when I was 8 or 9 years old, and I stumbled upon my brother's transistor radio. Now, for those of you who don't know what a transistor radio is, ask mom or dad, or probably some of you all have to ask grandma or grandpa. But I opened the back of this radio, and I saw all these colorful wires, and I thought to myself, what would happen if I cut these wires? And so I did. And at that moment, an engineer was born. And I figured out really quickly that that was the wrong thing to do. Of course, my brother, who was really peeved that his brand new transistor radio no longer worked, could not appreciate how his radio was the impetus for my technical prowess. So that fascination of wanting to know how things worked, along with my love of math and science, led me to Inroads, a pre-engineering program for women and minorities. And through Inroads, I obtained a summer internship with IBM after my freshman and sophomore years in college. Now, fast forward to when I was a senior about to graduate, and my it, other than graduating with a degree in electrical engineering, was not having to move back home with mommy and daddy. Now, I loved them dearly, but it was time to go. So I was 99% sure that I would work for IBM. Thing was, IBM was not hiring engineers. They were only hiring salespeople. And one thing I do know about me is I am not cut out to sell. But not having another offer, no other job, and not wanting to move home with mommy and daddy, I asked them if I could think about the offer. Now, in the meantime, NASA obtained the resumes of our graduating electrical engineers and our mechanical engineers, and out of the blue one night, I received a call in my dorm room from a manager at NASA, Kennedy Space Center, asking me if I wanted to come work for NASA. Now, to most people, this would be a dream come true. Just saying that you work for NASA gives you the illusion that you're 10 times smarter than you actually are. But a year earlier, in 1986, NASA had one of the most horrific catastrophes in their career. Just minutes until its maiden voyage and its launch, Space Shuttle Challenger disintegrated. Therefore, in my mind, NASA seemed like a career-limiting move for me. However, after being flown down to Florida, seeing a space shuttle up close and personal, and the launch pads, can you say Star Wars? I figured that I could always go back to private industry. So Cocoa Beach, here I come. Now, herein lies the first lesson that I learned, and that lesson is, grads, always have a career plan, but don't be afraid to alter that plan for the right opportunity. Now, my it changed from being an engineer with IBM to working for NASA as a rocket scientist, launching shuttles. And seriously, how cool is that? How many people get to do that? Not many. I figured I'd assess my career after 5 years, and 7 years later, I figured that I had missed my 5-year assessment. And that's because things were going extraordinarily well for me at NASA. I was gaining more responsibility, and I was moving up the proverbial career ladder. Not to mention obtaining a graduate degree courtesy of NASA. And grads, by the way, it's a beautiful thing when someone other than you or your parents pay for a graduate degree. Now, at this point in my career, I was working as a staff assistant to the engineering director when he uttered 5 little words that would change my life forever. He said, "You'd make a great astronaut." And he smiled, and I smiled, and I said, like, that's going to happen. So about a month later, he came to me and he said, "Hey, have you put in your application to be an astronaut?" And I said, "No," because he had smiled and I had smiled, and I didn't think he was serious. And he kind of gave me a little side eye. And I said, this is not rocket science. This man wants me to put in an application. And so I did, along with 6,000 of my closest friends. Now, let me break that 6,000 number down to you. So of the 6,000 people that applied to be an astronaut, roughly half were qualified. So that's 3,000. So my chances just went up a whole bunch. And of the 3,000 people who were qualified, only 122 people actually got an interview to become an astronaut. And I was one of those lucky people. And at the time, I was pretty sure it was a clerical error. But sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good, right? So 19 people and I flew down to Houston to interview. And of course, every time you get in a new group, what's the first thing they do? They want you to introduce yourselves. So as people stood up one by one to introduce himself or herself, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is crazy. On my left-hand side was Major General Bigwig, who flew F-18 Hornets and other aircraft I've never heard of. And on my right side was a Navy SEAL. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing here? This is a clerical error. But as I stood to introduce myself as the rocket scientist, people were actually impressed. And I thought, maybe I can hang with the big boys. So here's lesson number 2. Graduates, don't compare yourself to other people. It only serves to undermine your self-worth. Each one of you has qualities that make you unique and special. Believe in yourself and believe in your abilities. So it took a grueling 6 long months before we would find out our fate. And I remember that day just like it was yesterday. One of the selection committee members called me and he said, Joan, we had so many good candidates. And I honestly don't know what he said after that, and it really didn't matter, because apparently I wasn't one of those good candidates. I had not been selected for one of those 15 elusive, exclusive spots for the 1995 class of astronauts. Well, that was a major bummer. And I went into this really big funk. And one of my colleagues was selected to be an astronaut, so I had to go to work and be happy for her. Yay me. So the guy I was dating at the time was phenomenal. He was supportive, he was sympathetic the first week. And after what he thought was a sufficient amount of time to let me wallow in my self-misery, he said to me, Pumpkin, he said, there are 5,880 other people who would have killed to have the opportunity to interview just like you did. Get over it. So after I kicked him to the curb, no, he was spot on. He was right, and this is something I don't say often, I was wrong. I had come this close to getting selected, so I had to figure out what I was missing. So I called the selection board, and they said, we want your postgraduate degree to be a little more technical. Not something I really wanted to hear because I had just received that postgraduate degree. However, after thinking about it, I said, I'm determined to give this another shot. So I went and got another postgraduate degree, again, courtesy of NASA. And long story short, I was selected in the subsequent astronaut class of 1996. So herein lies the next 3 lessons. Graduates, the ability to pick yourself up and dust yourself off is a trait that you must master. It will come in handy in life, in love, and in your career, guaranteed. Lesson number 4. Surround yourself with people who will pick you up when you're down and people who will give you a swift kick in the pants when you need it, because that's what friends really do. And lesson number 5. You all are poised to have amazing opportunities in your life. Always be prepared to take advantage of them. Now, my it had changed yet again from wanting to be an engineer with IBM to being a rocket scientist working on shuttles to flying on the shuttle as an astronaut. And that was a phenomenal experience. 13 days in space with an international crew and an all-male crew on the way home. Traveling at 17,500 miles per hour, we orbited the Earth once every 90 minutes. And in that 90 minutes, we got to see 45 minutes of sun and 45 minutes of darkness. So in a 24-hour period, we saw 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets. Not a bad gig if you can get it. As I look back on my life, I thank God that there were people who saw things in me that I didn't see in myself and encouraged me to pursue things that I never dreamt of when I was sitting where you are right now. If I had not allowed people to push me out of my comfort zone, I would have missed out on the opportunity to meet people from all over the world, travel all over the world talking to people about what I've achieved and what I know that they can achieve without a doubt. So, here are the cliff notes from my speech, in case you weren't listening all the way along. First of all, your it is going to change as you continue to grow and evolve. My it changed from an IBM engineer to a NASA engineer to an astronaut to working in the energy sector to retail and now back to aerospace. Who knows what your it will be in 5 or 10 years? Secondly, never let a setback hold you back. I could have easily never reapplied to become an astronaut, and trust me, that thought occurred to me on multiple occasions. But I don't like people to tell me I can't achieve something, so I had something to prove, if to no one else but myself. Remember, the highs of successes depend on how you handle the lows of failure. And lastly, it is up to you to find out what it is that fuels that desire and passion in you to do what you absolutely love. Don't choose a job for your mom or for your dad or for your parents or for your spouse. Do what you love, because you are the one who's going to have to go to work every single day of your lives. And these next three have absolutely nothing to do with my story, but I just think they come in handy, so I'm going to tell you what you ought to do. First of all, always be kind and courteous. You learned the words please and thank you a long time ago. Use them often, they will serve you well. And give back. None of you got here today on your own. There was always that one or two people that helped you out. Be that one person for someone else. And third, never, ever, ever embarrass your family. Do I even have to go through that one? No, I didn't think so. So all my life, I was told the sky is the limit. But today I'm going to respectfully, not disrespectfully, disagree with that. Because I'm here to tell you that the sky is absolutely no longer the limit. I know because I've been above and beyond the sky. So graduates of the University of New Orleans, class of 2017, I am challenging you today to aim high and dream big. May you find the it that fuels the desire and passion in you. Thank you, good luck, and Godspeed.
Dr. Higginbotham, we thank you very much for spending time with us and for your address. Would you please return to the podium? If I can, I'd like to present you with this medallion as a token of our appreciation. We have now come to that part of the ceremony for which I think you've all been waiting for, the conferring of degrees. I'll now ask Dr. Mahiyar Amuzagar, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, to present the candidates for degrees.
Thank you, President Nicola. It is my honor and privilege to present to you the graduate students, starting with our doctoral candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, doctoral work is highly characterized by close mentoring of each student by a faculty member. It is the relationship that provides a foundation for innovative and original research and scholarly work. These candidates are not just our students, but they are our colleagues and research partners. For these reasons, a process for awarding doctoral degree includes a ritual in which the mentor places ceremonial hood onto the student, thus initiating him or her to the rarefied community of experts. This year, in particular is an auspicious year because this is the 50th anniversary of our campus granting its first PhD, a doctoral degree in chemistry in 1967. Now, will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise? President Nicola, these candidates have completed all the requirements and demonstrated the originality and excellence appropriate to the highest degree the university bestows. I'm pleased to present them to you for the conferring of the degrees.
With the recommendations of the graduate faculty, the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and by the authority vested in me by the University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors, I confer upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, with all the privileges and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. Please come forward to the platform as your name is read to receive your diploma and doctoral hood.
Abdul Rahman M. Al-Harbi, PhD in Financial Economics, dissertation, Dividend Policy in a Frontier Market and Sector Equity Traded Funds in the United States, Major Professor M. Kabir Hassan. Kathleen Jeanette Lindsay, PhD in Financial Economics, dissertation, Financial Crises and Investment Behavior, the Impact of Institutional Investors, hooded by Professor Walter Lane. College of Engineering, Jose Enrique Rubio Reyes, PhD in Engineering and Applied Science, Mechanical Engineering, dissertation, Design, Manufacture, and Structural Dynamic Analysis of a Biomimetic Insect-Sized Wing for Micro-Air Vehicles, Major Professor Uttam Chakravarti. College of Liberal Arts, Education and Human Development, Lucinda Grant Martinez, PhD in Educational Administration, dissertation, Charismatic Leadership Perceptions from K-12 Administrators' Phenomena of Follower and Leader Interdependency, Major Professor Brian Beabout. Andrew Marshall O'Brien, PhD in Educational Administration, dissertation, more challenging than I had expected but more satisfying, exploring the experiences of new heads of independent schools and the leadership skills they employ, Major Professor Brian Beabout. Lynette Dupre Perot, PhD in Educational Administration, dissertation, Exploring Science Identity, the lived experiences of underserved students in a University Supplemental Science Program, Major Professor Brian Beabout. Thomas Raleigh Harrington, PhD in Urban Studies, dissertation, Decoding NOPD's Thin Blue Line, Major Professor Pamela Jenkins, hooded by Professor Bethany Stitch. Harrington serves as the Assistant Vice President of Public Safety and the Chief of Police at UNO. Kimberly Diane Mosby Gunine, PhD in Urban Studies, dissertation, Frameworks of Recovery, Exploring the Intersection of Policy and Decision-Making Processes After Hurricane Katrina, hooded by Professor Bethany Stitch. Christy E. Heaton, PhD in Educational Administration, dissertation, Lived Experiences of Transgender Students at Four-Year Institutions in the South, hooded by Professor Christopher Broadhurst. Jenny Alishire Moctezuma, Curriculum and Instruction. Dissertation, The Lived Experience of Teachers Choosing an Arts-Rich Approach in Turnaround Schools. Major Professor Patricia Austin. Adrian Lee Trogdon, PhD in Counselor Education, dissertation, a qualitative study to explore clinical supervisors' perceptions of how personal recovery influences their supervision. Major Professor Roxanne Dufresne. College of Sciences. Treva Tarnese Brown, PhD in Chemistry, dissertation, fabrication and characterization of intricate nanostructures. Major Professor John Wiley. Shankar Kanal, PhD in Engineering and Applied Science Physics, dissertation, study of static and dynamic properties of magnetic nanostructures. Major Professor Leonard Spinu. Richard Spencer Landry Jr., PhD in Engineering and Applied Science, Physics, dissertation, an application of M matrices to preserve bounded positive solutions to the evolution equations of biofilm models. Major Professor Ashok Puri.
Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Fine Arts, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Music, Master of Public Administration, Master of Science, and of course, Master of Urban and Regional Planning, please stand. President Nicola, each of these candidates has fulfilled the requirements for the graduate degrees and graduate certificate integrated in the program. It gives me great pleasure to present them to you for conferring of the degrees.
With the recommendations of the graduate faculty, the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, and by the authority vested in me by the University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors, I confer upon each of you the recommended master's degree with all the privileges and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated, and as directed by your marshal, please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
College of Liberal Arts, Education and Human Development, Master of Fine Arts, Anne Clara Hackett. Allison Marie Nobles. Erica Rose Lerman. Langston Anthony Williams. College of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Jude Patrick Chason. Rebecca Ann Crawford. Darylyn Alexandra Deggs. Jason Lewis Dufresne. Kevin John Ford. Renee Sean Jacob. Jahan Nicole James. Marketa Janusova. Marketa serves as an academic advisor in the College of Business Administration. Brianna Jana Johnson. Marcus M. Clore. Kyosha Sky Ladner. George W. Lunsford. Paul Ronnie Masadeko. Tai An Win. Arij Fasal Ahman. Misty Lee Pope. Tabitha Christiane Porter. Tiffany Ann Scott. Megan Elizabeth Tanner. Terrence Glenn Taylor. Joshua I. Torregano. Heather Moore Valiant. Matthew Brendan Washington. Master of Science. Shaden Khalid A. Al-Qasim. Nicole Tamara Bizamungu. Sherlyn T. Bouton. Isis Johanna Burgos Martin. Savannah Marie Burnett. Stephen Patrick Casey. Francisca Stephanie Kroniger. Niveen Elbarka. Christian Michelle Gobert. Nicholas Jonathan Isaac. Gregory Jackson Jr. Robin Joseph. Kauti Mai Lei. Rebecca Kate Leonard. Victoria A. Lavisa. Tara Ann Lusignan. Brooke Adele Mathern. Kevin Michael Merrill. Katie Joyce Navarra. Hugh Tan Nguyen. Sun Tan Nguyen. David Charles Nichols. Joshua Yaladelia Robichaud. Prabjot Kaur Sohai. Alexander Holmes Stevens. Nuyi T. Tran. Abby Thibodeau Trouth. Christy Kim Trong. Chi Kin Thi Vo. Sarah Elise Workman. Meng Yang Zhang. College of Engineering, Master of Science in Engineering. Mohammed Abdelaziz Hamad. Frank B. Heinlein IV. Omar Jabari. Malakarjan Kularu. Tiffany William Knowles. Austin Wade Maxwell. Malavika Vasudevan Menon. Sumiyadip Patra. Bikrant Pudel. Abdul Aziz Katine. Travis Russell Richards. Jessica R. Simpson. Master of Science in Engineering Management, Juan Jose Lopez. Gabriel A. Morojon. Daniel Nolan Populus. College of Liberal Arts, Education and Human Development, Master of Arts, Katrina Ann Boneski. Angela Maria Glaviano. Tiffany Tanielle Williams Hall. Meijun Wang. Master of Arts in Teaching, Damien Carril Bell. Lorne Tedder Bourgeois. Ina Catherine Pittman. Jacob Hagen Solbrig Hajar. Chloe E. Harney. Jennifer Louise Renatza. Sarah Lindsay Smithers. Master in Education, Brittany Bennett Barris. Katie Lynn Dotrieve. Catherine Pagano Gurwitz. Jenny Profumo Irwin. Sydney Lynn Lockett. Kelly Harrison Petru. Victoria Penanina. Brittany R. Robbins. Clara M. Ruspoli. Kristen Conwell Waters. Master of Music, Trey Michael Cummings. Ronald James Joseph Jr. Shashank Koo. Evan Andrew Washington. Master of Science, Lori Atkinson. Samuel O. Buckley. Skyla Margaret Wilson. College of Science, Master of Science, Hiba Abdulrahman Alamoudi. Kirk Douglas Bienvenu Jr. Jayasri Boya. Noelle Jessie Marie Johnson. Dame Adie Murray. Edward Dosky Payne. Vishak Olamparabil Shanmugan. Vivek Olamparabil Shanmugan. Unikrishnan Radhakrishna Pillai. Sierra Maria Rousseau Dobard. Serenian Senthavel. Chad Michael West. Jonathan F. Woodell.
We now come to the presentation of the undergraduate degrees. The deans will present the candidates for degrees from their respective college. We shall begin with the College of Business Administration. Dr. John Williams, Dean of the College of Business, will present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Business Administration please rise? Dr. Amuzagar, these candidates have met all of the requirements for their respective degrees. It is my distinct pleasure to present them to you. Candidates, please remain standing.
Dr. Kim Martin Long, Dean of College of Liberal Arts, Education, and Human Development, will present the candidates from that college.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Liberal Arts, Education, and Human Development please stand? Yes. Will the candidates for Bachelor of Arts from the College of Liberal Arts, Education, and Human Development please stand? Dr. Amuzagar, these candidates have fulfilled all the requirements of their respective degrees, and it's my pleasure to present them to you. Candidates, please remain standing.
Dr. Amir Makari, Dean of the College of Engineering, will present the candidates from his college.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering please stand? Mr. Provost, Mr. President, I am pleased to present these candidates. They have fulfilled every requirement for their degrees. Candidates, please remain standing.
Dr. Steve Johnson, Dean of the College of Sciences, will present the candidates from that college.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Sciences please stand? I am pleased to present these candidates, Dr. Amuzagar. They have fulfilled every requirement for their respective degrees. Please remain standing.
Last but not least, Dr. Carlon Noyes, Associate Provost for Academic Programs, will present the candidates in the Interdisciplinary Studies program.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies please stand? These candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees, and it is with pleasure that I present them. Candidates, please remain standing.
President Niccolo, these degree candidates have fulfilled all the requirements for the undergraduate degrees printed above their names in the commencement program. It gives me great pleasure to present them to you for conferring of the degrees.
With the recommendations of the academic deans and the directors of the respective units, the provost and senior vice president for academic affairs, and by the authority vested in me by the University of Louisiana System Board of Supervisors, I confer upon each of you the appropriate undergraduate degree with all the privileges and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated, and as directed by your marshal, please come to the platform to receive your diploma.
College of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science, Ryan J. Addison. Suli Lorena Aguilar. Luis Carlos Albuquerque, cum laude. Naif Muteb and Al-Habas. Abdullah Yusuf Al-Quayes. Andrew Benjamin Amaya Shaw. Dana Atkinson. Randolph August. Sandra I. Barras. Erlene Ann Banks. Callie Lauren Bertucci. Marissa Jane Barrow, cum laude. Jennifer Melissa Bordenave. Matthew Bruce Boudin. Azrael Marie Bourgeois. Jordan Lindsay Breland. Grant Edward Britz. Courtney Danielle Brooks. Taylor Helmers Birch. Jacob Everett Butler, magna cum laude. Nicholas E. Carbo. Caitlin Lawless Caste. Sandeep Pravin Chudasama. Dylan Casey Cleveland. Victoria Nicole Cooper. Garrett Anthony Creeth. Amanda Mercedes Cuevas, summa cum laude. Amanda's receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Business Administration. Linda Dang. Charles Davidson Dana. Christopher Dow. Lynn T. Din. Tan T. Doe. Taylor Lee Duhan. William Zachary Ernest. Sherry Donaldson Fabre. Lauren Alexis Farrell, cum laude. Elena Teresa Figueroa, cum laude. Stacy Sparks Fitzner. Kelsey Rolls Fultmer. Freddie W. Fauster III. Nella Bishamonva Cahagan. Jarrett James Gaspard. Eric M. Gavin, magna cum laude. Samuel James Geisler. Rachel A. Glowacki. Mary Elise Gonzalez Rodriguez. Robert Charles Gravelet II. Morgan Nicole Groves. Matthew Neal Guidry, magna cum laude. Jacques Graham Guillory. Elise Gunther. Anne-Marie Hanks. Duriel LaDon Harris III. Brett Taylor Harrison. Emily Catherine Hattier. Nina A. Hazard. Juan Andres Hip. Dylan Patrick Hitchens. Dominic Trong Huang. Jasmine Kier Holloway. Anna L. Holmes. Theodore Taylor Hughes. Tina Tui Trang Huynh, magna cum laude. Heba Cannon Judah, cum laude. Christiana S. Kenny. Alexander Joseph Connect. Alexandra Jean Lecour. Alexandra is receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Business Administration. Kim Lam Lay, summa cum laude. Justin M. Lehman. Dawn Marie LeVay Isidore, magna cum laude. Veronica Maria Lorella. Bobby L. Terrazas. Bobby's receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Business Administration. Martin S. Lynch. Michelle Elizabeth Maldonado, magna cum laude. Ahmad Aref Mansour. Christy Nicole Martin, cum laude. Sarah Catherine Martin. Emily Janeth Martinez. Kyle Maynard, cum laude. Dalia Mazika, cum laude. Ashley DiMaggio McElhenney. Scott Lawrence McKinney. Ana Selena Meneses, magna cum laude. Michael Taylor Merwin. Lana M. Mitwali. Lana is also receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in the College of Liberal Arts, Education, and Human Development, cum laude. Pamela J. Morales. Kumba Njaye. Anna H. Wynn, cum laude. Joseph M. Wynn. Jordan Kendall Nielsen. Elizabeth Sharon Niedert. Cody Alexander Nunez. Patricia Ann O'Dowd, magna cum laude. Mary Beth Oliver, cum laude. Cassie Cooper Olmsted, cum laude. Carlos Ortega Jr. Cecilia M. Pally. Christina Marina Pando. Jasmine Rebecca Paniagua. Mitchell Dale Peterson, cum laude. Brandon Hui Pham. Joanna Gale Fopp. Jordan Lane Philibar. Gregory Street Stephen Preer. Jeffrey Bernard Robinson Jr. Stephanie Alejandra Saavedra. Tommy P. Senexai. Christopher Stephen Sibley. Kevin Edward Smith. Patrick Taylor Smith. Wesley Matthew Smith. Zayna Roussel Smith. Andrew Michael Stewart. Scott Gerard Stone, cum laude. Alex Joseph Strohmeyer. Julie Elizabeth Suduth. Blaine Christopher Touchard. Alexander Thien Vu Tran. Hui Anthony Min Tran. Eduardo Eliab Trejo. Hien Mai Trin. She's also receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Business Administration. Ivan Valdespino. Emily Alexandra Vindel. Harrison D. Vo. Jessica Wagner. Christopher L. Walker. Matthew Charles Weber. Taylor D. White, magna cum laude. Taylor's receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Business Administration. Jennifer Ann Zabalawi. Chelsea Anjane Zarang. Aaron Robert Ziegler. Tasia Glenay Williams. Jason Matthew Vogt. College of Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Abdullah Hassan El Hatula. Ariel Desiree Othmont. Francisco Antonio Evelar Sanchez, magna cum laude. Madeline Marie Safolia. Justin Michael Guillot, summa cum laude. Christopher Ryan LeBlanc. Matthew C. Malfers. Spencer James Marston. Enrique Andres McDonald. Mark Eldon Meredith II. Scott Allen Rappold. Karen Lee Tebow. Matthew Connor Thomas. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Amer Arshad. Maher N. Lamar. Ross Jeremy Knock, cum laude. Ann M. Wynn. Cody Allen Petrie. Jessica J. Ruiz Carrasco. Osiria Olympia Webster. Chad Octave Tunion. Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. Youssef Mohammed Alailai. Destin Jacob Bailey, summa cum laude. Andrew Michael Becknell. Kyle Nolan Benchak. Timothy Alciator Blunt Jr. Vasily I. Brayton, magna cum laude. Tim Knockdow. Austin William Davies. James Albert Devereaux Jr. William L. Fontenot. Gunjan Gamire, University Honors, cum laude. Derek Evan Guidry. David Christopher Cavalier. Ton Lee. Nasser M. Mansouri. Ethan Andrew Martin. Jared Michael Meredith. Nia Charday Nelson. Bay Wynn. Civil Engineering, Robert Emil Ritter. Hyun Hu Win. Dennis Panselin. Stephen Decatur Richardson Jr. Heidi Corinne Schroeder, summa cum laude. Shane Michael Talley, cum laude. Justin M. Thibodeau. Nok Ke Huang Thi Tran. College of Liberal Arts, Education and Human Development, Bachelor of Arts. Joshua Ata Aflu. Casey Angel Ankar. Jamie Arena. Nash Easton Babin. Carrie Brent Bailey. Alex Monet Bell. Madison Claire Bonaventure, summa cum laude. Ashley C. Bowman. Dante Gabriel Canatella. Nigel Allen Copeland, summa cum laude. Dorian Alexis Danos. Chelsea Sierra Davis. Carly Noel Dean. Jenna Mae Fricky, summa cum laude. Joshua R. Gibbs. Coral June Gerba. Benaya B.D. Harvey. Brittany Ann Hemel. Sheldon Joseph Hippolyte. Tana Louise Jordan, summa cum laude. April Cannell Curran, cum laude. Drew Schilling Kinchin. Philip Andrew Kranz II. Clinton M. Cuss, cum laude. Jordan Landry. Bruce Arthur Lemmert. Lawrence Ross Lodrigus Jr. Freddie Balamangia. Jason Paul Mariant, cum laude. Melissa Quinn McLean, summa cum laude. Regine Latanya Meredy. Dennis Lewis Milner. Sarah C. Manasso, magna cum laude. Emma E. Nagel Alexander. Victoria K. Natel. Tamara Nikel Norris. Elizabeth O'Malley, University High Honors and Honors in English, cum laude. Christian D. Paz. Jason Michael Perkle. Rebecca Lynn Poole. Juliana Marie Ratliff. Elena L. Ricci, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Bouillon-Richard. Kristen Jonathan Smith. Joyce Michelle Steen. Kevin Thompson. Alexis Kiera Coran Tucker. Albert Joseph Vallon IV. Sidney Lee Viard. Nigel John Washington. Jennifer Lynn Watsky. Caroline Elise Wilson. Bachelor of Science, Corey Allison Acosta. Rehan Amin. Ashley Creel Bailey, cum laude. Khadijah Leanna Bartholomew, cum laude. Randy Brown. Noel Abity Bruner, magna cum laude. Joseph Michael Caruso III. Erica Lynn Chomsky. Colin James Crumbly. Jaylyn Danae Culliford. Thomas Waterston Dunlap IV. Darby Matthew Fabre. Tanere Fernandez, magna cum laude. Stephen John Harrell Jr. Dylan Bo Hartzheim. Anthony Wayne Herzog. Joyce Ellen Call. Teresa Kiefer Macaluso. Megan Christine Lanford, summa cum laude. Susanna Mitchell Lawrence. Christian Joseph Leday. Kelsey Josephine Lohr. Henry Daniel Lucio. Rebecca Alexa Pasmino Callaghan. Ashley Christine Pierce, magna cum laude. Taylor Kehoe Rodriguez. Luisa Margarita Ruano. Olivia Crystal Sanchez. Rachel Elizabeth Sider. Django Stefan Zilagi. Todd Michael Tidwell. Tram Nok Tran. Mitchell Everett Weiner. College of Science, Bachelor of Science. Tracy Ann Adams. Huda Mahmoud Alan. Andrea Nicole Arguello, magna cum laude. Hillary Lynn Orurang, magna cum laude. Ayub Ashraf Awadallah. Amber Mae Bankston, cum laude. Victoria Monique Barnes. Brittany Lynn Becker. Kyron Keyshawn Bell. Dylan S. Bergeron. Julia Fisher Bindewald, magna cum laude. Regina Martha Blair. Nora Josephine Blomer, summa cum laude. Angelique Ivana Baden. Morris Joseph Bonton III. Tana Lynn Boudreau. Casey Lynn Bozell. Mallory Nicole Brimmer. Edmund Purcell Bristow. Caitlin Marie Bowie. Kelly Dusor Burgess. Vera Radenkova Burliunava. Benjamin Michael Karit. Amber Chanel Carpenter. Amber's receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Sciences. Macy Michelle Chasson. Selena Anselmi Schwest, cum laude. Kirsten Alexis Clay. Angel Eileen Cleaney. Cameron Shedrick Coulon, magna cum laude. Robert Watson Craig, magna cum laude. Thomas Charles Cray. Heather Lorraine Dahl. Allison Ann Daly. Tasneem Ayman Darwish. Tasneem's receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Sciences. Dylan James Detillier, cum laude. David Michael DiMaggio Jr. Aileen Doe, summa cum laude. Janelle Yen Ni Doe. On Kim Thi Do. Kyle Joseph Duga. Danielle Marie Duvano. Miles A. Escare. Tabitha Ann Foray. Lord Jebe P. Garcia. Kimberly Yvette Gonzalez. Sylvia Noela Gonzalez, cum laude. Anthony Joseph Graff. Adam Bassam Hamed. Hadil Jamil Hamad. Hannah Zoe Hegwood, magna cum laude. Evelyn Alexis Hubbard. Allison Marie Hunt, magna cum laude. Kirsty Alexandra Giles. Megan Elizabeth Johns. Michael Paul Kelly. Zachary Willis Knudsen. Deborah Danaska Lagos. Elizabeth Michelle LaRue, magna cum laude. Linda Phuong Lee. Jonathan Allen Long Jr. Kristen Ava McClellan. Sean Robin Nakan. Todd Stewart Nelson. Tammy Ann Hoa Wynn. Taylor Vivian Olivier. Hajara Useni Hassane, cum laude. Natalie Gladys Palacio. Kevin Pham. Irisha Mandrell Polite. Lelia Ann Ryder. Sydney Elise Sadler. Bradley James Shaka. Bradley's also receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in the College of Business Administration. Soleil Y. Silva. Justin C. Smith. Jason Thomas Sorbet. Parker Anthony Sprouse. Radania Walid Tabara. Hannah Diem Noktu. Hannah's receiving 2 Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Sciences. Joel Michael Touchard. Emmanuel G. Tournier. Ashley Jamie Upkins. Tyler Lynn Vaughn. Joshua Michael Vellin. Tina T. Vo, cum laude. Caitlin Mary Westcott, magna cum laude. Olivia Gibson Wade. Jody Waits. Christina Lynn Young, cum laude. Interdisciplinary Studies, Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. Carla Irene Alas. Amber May Anderson. Michelle Marie Bordes. Anna Lisa Brashear. Kenneth Anthony Burrell. Joseph Huang Cao. Jasmine Chris. Carl Davis Jr. Farah Elaboudi, summa cum laude. Adama Malene Evans. Linda Madrazo Photo. Haley T. Giroir. Sylvia Gomez Juarez. Brennan Michael Sage Holstein. Valerie Dawn Ivy. Kedra Sherelle Jones. Samuel Kennedy. Diane A. LaJoy. Levi Lassick. Amy A. LaBeouf. Zachary Francis Lemoyne, cum laude. Adrian Sheets McNeil. Aaron Eric Miller. Jody Lynn Mistretta. Melissa Ann Mobiliot. Hannah Marie Wilkin Moore. Christopher J. Morgan. Tahani Trish Musa. Stephen Michael Ordeman. Dorothy Louise Phillips. Stephanie Ann Pryor. Taylor Marie Rankins. Taylor Morgan Shynick. Megan Alfonso Snow. Monchelle Ari Turner.
Graduates, on behalf of everyone here, we congratulate you on your accomplishments. There is one remaining tradition for us to address. Normally the tassel is worn on the right and moved to the left to symbolize a student's transition from candidate to graduate. So with the vocal support, everyone here, please move your tassel and let's congratulate all of our graduates today. And now that you are a graduate, it is important that you maintain your relationship with your alma mater. So it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Glenn Scorsoni, President of the University of New Orleans International Alumni Association, to offer his congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Nicolo. I know I'm the second to last speaker between you and your personal celebration, so I'll make this short. On behalf of all the members of the University of New Orleans International Alumni Association, we are proud of you and congratulate you on the accomplishment of receiving your degree. You now join a unique group of determined individuals. We proudly welcome you to the family of UNO alumni. UNO is an outstanding institution with a dedicated faculty and staff, and we all want to keep it that way. It is important that you become engaged to keep the University of New Orleans a strong and viable institution. As a graduate, I appreciate all that UNO has done for me. Like many others in the New Orleans area, I was fortunate it was here for me 40 years ago. UNO gave me and many of my family and friends a chance to obtain a college education and contribute to the city, the region, and beyond. Your degree from UNO has given you that same opportunity. I strongly encourage you to become an active member of the UNO Alumni Association so we can sustain and build on the programs and offerings of the university. The future of the University of New Orleans depends significantly on you and your involvement. Please be sure to verify or register your personal contact information online at www.unoalumni.com. This will assure that the Alumni Association can maintain our connection with you and you with UNO. There are a number of benefits that you can receive as a member of the association. These benefits can be viewed at the website. One more thing, it's free to join. Again, congratulations and best wishes for future success.
Thank you, Mr. Scorsone. And I want to thank the Platform Party and the faculty and the staff of the University of New Orleans for their participation in this ceremony. And a word of thanks is also due to the numerous departments, the student ambassadors, and other individuals who worked hours to make this occasion a success. So thank you all. It is again my pleasure to call on Miss Melissa Darcell-Lewis, who will sing the alma mater with the accompaniment by the University of New Orleans Faculty Brass Quintet. And the words to the alma mater can be found in your program. Please stand. Thank you, Melissa. I would ask that everyone remain in their seats until the Platform Party and the graduates have recessed from the arena. Again, thanks to all of you, and congratulations, privateers.
Thanks so much.